Bitch. Yes, sir. Nicholas K. Podcast point guard. What's goody?
Ken, a.k.a. Dark-skinned Nash.
Cam, a.k.a. Mr. a.k.a. the man in the middle. Scatter.
Yes, sir. Big up our friendly, sweet, what's his name?
Sweet. Neighborhood
Sweeter man, boy. Sweet. Big up our podcast 6 man Bex. Holding it down in Zimbabwe. Farming. Hey, man. Get my vegetables right, man.
Farming for wins as well, man.
Right.
Farming for wins.
Puns. Can't forget the man. He's back, people.
Jeez.
He's back. Big up the man behind the cam, Mr.
visuals.
No Face.
No Case.
Ducks.
Good evening.
Oh,
Straight from Jamaica.
Jamaica.
Yeah, man.
How's it feel to be back, man?
I hate it.
Really?
I need to go back.
Sum up Jamaica in one word.
It's a children's podcast.
Wow. Bro.
I need to go to Jamaica, man.
Ow. Good to have you back, man. Good to have the visuals back, which is good. So this is season 3, episode 5. 5.
Yeah.
Thank you. Which is good because it's an incentive. So for the YouTube audience, you know what I'm saying, if you want to catch 3 and 4, it's on Spotify. It's on Apple.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go catch that. You feel me?
This is gonna be on Spotify and Apple and them things there.
Yeah, this one's gonna be there too. But yeah, if you
we
want to
thought we
catch
show
that,
face.
yeah,
we still here.
Sometimes we'll pop out and show face. You feel me? All right. How you man doing though? How you feeling, man?
Yeah,
We
bless
good?
them, man. I'm
Everyone
feeling
good?
man.
Abysmal.
Good
Yeah,
week
I'm
for
on-
everyone.
I'm on cloud 9, man.
Terrible.
Word.
We're going to get into that.
Let's get into it. Well, let's start off with the first feature. You know how it goes. How they doing?
How they doing?
How they doing?
doing?
I'll start. How they doing? If you don't know, is us just quick fire running through our teams and obviously how they are doing. Little recap. So being a Laker fan, I'll run through. We actually haven't played for a few days. We play tomorrow, being Friday, which is when we'll be dropping this. And we're okay. We got our win. We beat the Nets.
Wait. So let me just, for when it comes out.
Yeah.
So unlucky on the loss.
He's good. But yeah, we beat the Nets. Happy about that. Rebon's out, but I think he'll be back for this game. I think we're playing the Pistons. We say, well, I'm alright, man. We listen. We got a long hill to climb, so I'm just as a Laker fan, I'm just sitting back and just waiting for us to make the moves that we need to make, man. I ain't got nothing else.
Blinker in Indiana.
I saw that. I don't believe it. I think that was just. I don't think there's much into that. We'll see.
You don't think something's going to come of it?
Nah, man. Nah. We'll see though. We'll see. But listen, I'm cool. We're like 3-10 right now, so we've got a long hill to climb. Yeah. But listen, but AD's doing his thing. So big up my guy AD, because certain man was saying, is he finished?
Give me a couple weeks, man.
Nah.
Speaking of finished, Lakers are finished, man.
We're not finished, bro. We're actually. I still think we can make the playoffs. I still think we can go on a run. So I'm just gonna wait for that. I'm just gonna wait for us to go on a run. We got Thomas Bryant coming back.
Jeez.
We got Dennis Schroeder coming back.
Our stars.
You said it with vim.
Our stars.
You said it like
winners. Tugs.
Champions. You feel me? So I'm just waiting for that, man. I ain't got nothing to say to that, man. Well, onto you. That's Lakers.
You know, the good news first or the bad news?
Onto the Bulls.
I'm a say pretty.
Yeah, he has to see. Let him be
I don't
last.
know, man.
Nah, let him be last.
I don't know, man.
Literally, save the best of last.
Fine. We're sounding good.
Yeah.
The Bulls have been struggling, man.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't looking good. Coming out flat with down, lost the last 3 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
We're currently sitting at 6 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
We've been out-coached.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible defensive intensity, terrible offensive intensity. We had a game against the Nuggets. We didn't win a single quarter. It was fucking trash. They kept Alex Caruso on Michael Porter Jr. Michael Porter Jr. is 6'10", brother.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get it. Caruso is cool and all, but damn, you can't have him on MPJ whole game and not expect him to cook.
Yep, hold that.
But alas, I think something needs to happen. I don't know what's going on. There's something's not.
And you ran at like 0-6 or 1-6.
We just lost the last 3 in a row.
Last week.
But it's not the stew is not stewing. There's something bitter
saucy.
in the. It's not bitter. There's something bitter in the stew. It's
When
not,
you like when you cook stew, but it's watery. It hasn't got the
no legs, no heart
no
to
depth.
it, no depth.
No depth.
Which, funny enough, our bench depth is actually pretty decent. But just as a team, as a general,
yeah. But if you serve somebody rice
watery
and
stew,
watery stew, then
just red soup.
then what does that mean for this? For the Rice,
It's
ruined.
It's some. However, we're only 3 games under 500. Maybe we can claw it back. I ain't kicking the bucket yet, but if they keep playing like this, it could almost look like a season that could warrant blowing this core up. But we can get down to that later in the season.
I
if we
haven't
can
seen
talk
any
about it.
talk.
I have a question about that, but I'll get to that after.
You might as well.
You might as well ask it now.
You might as well ask it
Might as
now.
well
because
ask it now.
This is how they do
So,
it.
Might as well ask it now.
on that basis, are you still rebuilding or?
You're an idiot. You're an idiot.
If you don't know,
Ken's got this theory that we've been rebounding since '98.
You guys
You
have.
have.
You haven't made it past the second round
You-
since then. You
you
guys have
have
been rebuilding
been.
since then.
You have been.
So,
We have made this past the second.
Well, you
We've
made
made
it to
Eastern
the
Conference Finals.
Yeah, you made it to conference finals.
oh yeah, once. Sorry,
Like 2012.
once.
Hey,
Sorry,
we'll take
man.
it.
Congrats,
we'll take
bro.
it.
Take that.
Okay, fine. Anything else on the Bulls?
One ring since the 70s, and I'll have you talking hella smack. Go on.
That's true. All right, fine. Let's get to the Celtics
80s,
then.
80s, my bad. 80s.
What can I say, man?
Mm-hmm. Is
What
that
can
the
I say?
title of this monologue?
What can I say? We started off, season 3, episode 1. I sat here, we just email drama, talks about trading JV. And I came here and I said, we'll be back in the finals. We're the deepest team in the league. We're the best team in the league. We're the best duo in the league. And what can I say? Everything that I said has been proven right. We are currently best record in the NBA. We are 7-2 against teams above 500, which is best in the NBA. JT and JB are averaging 30 and 25 respectively. Best duo in the NBA. We've got the best shooters in the league. We've got, I think, 5 or 6 people or 7 people shooting above 40% from 3. Yeah, man. What can I say?
Bucks and 6 though.
Yeah!
Hold
They've been trying, but
Bucks and 6 though. Nah, I mean, listen, it's good, isn't it? Big up the Celtics. You know what I'm saying?
you ain't gonna say.
I ain't gonna
this
say
time
it.
last year, look, go revisit season 2, episode 3. See what these guys were saying. Yeah.
What was I
Look
saying?
at you two now.
What was I saying though?
We're still gonna cook 'em, man.
Yeah,
Look
we
at
still
you
gonna cook. You feel me?
Bucks gonna cook you, man.
Bucks gonna cook you. Bucks gonna cook
Well,
you.
speaking of, we have a wager to.
Always.
Oh yeah. Let's
I'm not sure you wanna.
So we are running back. We're gonna do an annual wager: Bulls versus Celtics. Who finishes on top? I guess we'll keep it running as long as we think.
I don't think I can end.
Hey man, it is what it is.
Hey man,
We're gonna
we were
keep
behind
running it
last
back.
year. Anything
We're
could
gonna keep
happen.
running back. We'll put some parameters in later. We'll discuss. But we agreed to the deal to running it back, but we haven't settled on what the stakes are.
I think we was at the bar just now. We said, what you might gonna do? What paper scissors?
We're gonna
to
do rock
decide-
paper scissors.
to decide who decides the
Decides
wager.
the terms.
The terms.
I'm happy with that, but I want to float another parameter out there.
Okay.
We'll post this clip about running back the bet.
Okay.
We'll let the people decide.
Alright.
I'm a people's man.
These are people's man.
I'm a people man.
Might not go your way.
Wait, one more time.
We're not deciding.
What's the point of playing rock paper scissors then?
That's what we said. We
agreed.
don't.
So I'm
know
saying
the
I'm happy with that, but as an alternative, here's an idea.
I'll take the money on the rock paper scissors, brother.
Damn.
Nah, we'll go for He's scared. He's scared. Go
Are you
for
sure?
rock, paper, scissors. man.
1 game or 3?
One game. What are we here for?
3, 2,
One game.
1. You choose.
So I win.
What's the wager?
Okay.
We'll see how tough they are when they're down. That's what I'm gonna say.
If the Bulls win,
As in the Bulls finish above Celtics.
the Bulls finish.
Yeah.
above
Wait,
the
hold on.
Celtics.
Before you say what you're gonna say, whatever the alternative is, it's gonna be the opposite.
It's gonna be the opposite.
Yeah.
So if the Bulls,
What
if
does
you're
that
gonna
mean?
choose a madness for the Bulls, bear in mind it's the same
thing
for the
that we
Celtics.
It's the same for the Celtics. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
State your case.
Whichever team wins,
Yeah.
right?
Finishes
The
above.
supporter of that team
Mm-hmm.
has to give the other guy £5.
You're a
£5?
big fool, man. You're-
Wait, what?
This is why this
you're
doesn't
a
work.
big-
We'll let the people
you're a
decide.
Big fool, man.
See, this is how it doesn't
I
work.
just realized what you said. What's wrong with you, bro?
What's wrong with you, bro?
Hey man, we
They're
played rock
fun.
paper scissors for it. It's on tape.
They
Hold that.
they only tough when they up, man.
Hold that.
I bet everything
I
already.
could have made
I
it
don't know about
50.
I don't know about
I could have made it 50.
Yeah, we'll come back to the.
Yeah, we'll come back to that.
We'll come back-
We'll come
yeah,
back
yeah,
to the
yeah,
parameters,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
I don't know about that,
Listen.
man.
We played rock paper scissors.
Yeah.
We agreed this shit.
But
And
you're-
I just tricked the system.
Yeah, it's not
I'm
how it
hold
works.
that. Don't play.
Trick is
don't-
a key word.
Don't hate the player, hate the game,
That's
brother.
not how it works.
Don't
Anyway,
Trick is a key word.
Don't hate
so
the
yeah,
player, hate
that's
the game.
that's my segment. What can I say?
Alright, well, congrats to the Celtics.
Yeah, man.
They
that.
They gotta fool sometime.
Hold that,
They gotta fool sometime.
both of you.
Yeah.
Hold that.
I know you've been in Jamaica, but Miami, they're looking alright. I think.
No, they're not. They stink, man.
Yeah, they're okay. Didn't they
Yeah,
beat
relax, man.
They beat the Suns.
Yeah. They beat the Suns. That's a good game to win.
They only play well against important teams and in the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Yeah.
So we kind of know, bro.
Did-
Kyle Lowry ain't
I don't
gonna
know,
start
we
shaking and
started
moving
on-
like
we
that.
started on shaky ground. I think we're 7 and 8 at the moment.
That's
And-
alright.
Yeah, below 500, man. They
That's
stink.
alright. That's alright.
I think they're in the playoffs.
Yeah, they ain't too
Teams
bad.
below
Hey, bro,
500 stink
You could be.
You're in the play-ins. It's fine. You're doing
Why?
better than us.
because you lost more games than you won. You stink.
Right,
Oh,
this
you guys.
guy,
Oh,
come on, man.
they're finished.
Ooh.
Yeah, you guys
Who
are
you
also
talking
finished.
to?
We're
pussy?
looking kind of stinky. You're finished.
We're not finished.
You're finished.
Okay, wait.
If
Let's
Bex
what.
was here, he'd be jumping up and down.
We'll not go there. We'll not go
We're
there.
not getting it. We're not
Oh,
getting it.
that's true. OKC is doing better than the Lakers.
For now.
Shea is better than LeBron in this current season.
Oh, by
Yes
the
or no?
way, congrats to the Pelicans on landing Victor Wembanyama. They got the Lakers pick. That's a lock in. Shout out to Pelicans. That's gonna be a scary team next season. Put your bets in now.
Oh my god.
If Pelly's get the get
God
Wenny,
forbid.
Wemby,
Honestly,
Thanks to the Lakers.
honestly, I'm watching ice hockey.
it will be
If I'm not watching the NBA,
The
if that
pack,
happens.
the Lakers pack.
I'm not
will be-
watching the NBA if that happens.
crazy.
I'm not watching the NBA if that happens.
Speaking of Pelicans, though,
He'll be sitting there 3 a.m, clenching his fist. It could have been us.
Listen,
Speaking of the
we have
Pelicans-
to get it together.
Stop clapping
We're,
this
we're
table.
yeah. We have to get it together. We're gonna get it together. Surely.
do you guys like the Pelicans as a team?
I think they're cool. Yeah, they're fun. I ain't worried about them though.
I don't think anyone in the league should be worried about them.
Damn, Pelicans are.
No,
one
I mean
team.
if you get them in the playoffs, that's a tough. It's like you're gonna get a look. They're gonna make you bleed. They're gonna punch in the lip.
They kicked us.
You should win.
They
though,
beat us
but
twice in the last 2 weeks.
That's you. lot,
And last
though.
week. Yeah, but we're
My
infinite.
fake- that's my fake.
Well,
surprise,
but
guys.
we're at least twice as good as you.
Twice.
And
When do you guys play? Put it in the calendar. Make a bet.
Same thing. Bulls, Lakers. Potato, man.
That's true, actually.
You're a big fool. I'm not even going to entertain.
I'm
Anyway,
just
let's move it on.
I'm
Let's
not
move
gonna
it on.
entertain you.
That's how we doing this.
That's how we
They're
Moving
getting
to the
hoops.
next feature. Talk of the town. I want to have a jingle. We need to have a jingle for each
Yeah.
of these.
Jing, jing, jing.
Here times for Talk of the town.
Jing, jing.
What stories have caught your eyes this week, guys?
I'll tell you who's not the talk of the town.
Oh, switch it.
Carl Anthony Towns and the Timberwolves.
Alright.
Ooh,
So, Timberwolves haven't made a major trade to pick up Gobert.
Mhm.
I think it's safe to say they're underperforming.
I think it's safe to say that wasn't a good trade
Why?
because they ain't gotten better.
Who's at fault? Is it Rudy? Is it Towns?
I just
Is
think
it
it's just a
Edwards?
weird. I think it's just a chemistry issue, man. I think you can clearly see.
I saw
they're
an
just not-
interesting stat that in over 100 pick and rolls between Rudy and
There you go.
Edwards only passing the ball 4 times.
There you go.
The same thing that happened similar thing that happened in Utah with.
Yeah. There you
So
go.
I mean, if you have two potential All-Star teammates who aren't playing with each other,
Yeah.
similar kind of players as well.
I guess both like to be in the lane.
There's just no way they should be as bad as they are right now. That's a team that I think we all had them
Yeah, we had them doing well.
doing better than
We
they
did.
are right now, and it's just so they got to get it together. They're 7 and 8, which I mean they still got time. I mean
So
it's
they
still
stink
early days,
below.
but according to Ken's parameters, yes, that is a stinky
Do
team
you
technically.
think Trailblazers talk about them? Because I believe when we were speaking before, I think you guys had them at like probably 8th or 9th.
I know.
Coming
I had
Cameron
them
had-
at 5-6.
yeah, Cameron had them
as
as
my
the-
dark
And
horse
they're
pick.
currently sitting.
They're number 1 right now.
They are indeed. They are indeed.
But I don't think they're not gonna be number 1.
I'll tell you my favorite thing that I didn't see from that prediction was how well Jeremy Grant is playing.
It's a good
Yeah,
player.
he's hooping.
Good
He's
player.
hooping.
Good wing player. Good wing player.
The
I-
whole team is hooping.
I do think what's his name? I do think Timberwolves are gonna get it together though. I don't know how. Don't ask me how, but I just don't think that players like that could just they can't be stinky for the whole season.
Should be one
It's
of the
too much
worst
talent.
trades.
There's too much talent on the floor.
I think they could do addition by subtraction. I think if they get rid of D'Lo or
But they
Towns,
make a trade. They
could
got
even get
options to make a
better.
move. Yeah, they got options. That's what I'm saying. They got options. So they have to.
Could you imagine the haul you get back for Towns, even if it wasn't for,
Yeah.
even if it wasn't just for like a.
But who's a
rebuild
better
haul?
player, Towns or Gobert?
Who would you rather have? I think is the question.
So
That's it.
my opinion is, a large issue for the Minnesota Timberwolves is that their culture starts with Towns, because he's the most established player
that's
there.
that's
he's
their
their
player.
star,
That's their
and
star.
he's a guy who has the monkey of being extremely soft
yeah.
attached to his name, and I think that needs to go. I actually think that it starts and ends with Towns.
He's one of the best offensive big men in the league.
Absolutely,
He is.
sure.
But he's still not.
Towns or Rudy? I got my issues with Rudy. Rudy's great defensively.
But I like Rudy though.
Offensively, he's a
I
big
personally
liability.
don't. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem. I mean, he could he score more buckets? Yes.
He's
But
got no
however-
game. He's got no bag.
But he's still, that's his defensive presence, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
He's also blocking the lane for Edwards.
He's also blocking the lane for Edwards. It's a tough one. Big up, I don't know, man.
I don't
Good
know.
luck, Timberwolves.
Shout out to the like Cardock says. Shout out to the Trailblazers. Though. That's another technically talk of the town. I mean, you
Yeah.
expect them to be first in a decent West.
Yeah, man. Who knew they were gonna be so good?
This guy, man. I don't know what made you put your money down into.
Do you think it's gonna last, or do you think it's gonna evaporate?
Yeah, I think they'll plateau eventually. Yeah. But I mean, it's a fun team. It's easier when there's no expectations. Nobody's really checking for you. But that's why we're here, the new media. We you know what I'm saying? We'll put you in that pedestal. Hopefully it catches on.
Pause there.
Alright, next part of the talk of the town. I want to talk about Klay Thompson
Is he finished?
/ the Warriors. I think that goes hand in hand. Steph Curry dropped 50 points last night.
In a loss.
The other night. In a loss. There's no
loss.
way. He had like 31 and a half. There's just no way Steph drops 50 and you lose a game. In my opinion, that should never happen.
For the Warriors, yeah.
For the Warriors, that should never ever happen. Why is it happening, guys? What's happening?
I think I called it last season as well. Wiggins' contract was an overpay.
Is that the reason why
I
they're
deserve
flopping?
it.
No,
He
hold
deserves
on.
it.
Champions?
We're piecing it together.
Yeah.
Wiggins and Paul contracts overpays on
Yeah.
both accounts,
Yeah.
and an aging core, and the start that they had to the season with the whole Draymond incident, it wasn't gonna work, brothers.
I think the Draymond incident, I'm seeing reports about, how it impacted teammate chemistry. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's hard to call unless I see one of them say, yeah, you know what, that punch kind of ruined the way that I look at the team. So
Maybe
I'm
in
not
10
gonna
years'
call
time in
it.
the documentary.
Maybe,
In the
I'm saying,
documentary.
when the documentary drops, so I don't know. I can't really put too much money down on that. I think it's a combination of this is if not next season, this is probably the last season for this core. Klay, I don't know. He's still shooting, which is good. Like I don't think it's impacted his confidence. I don't know. That shit just not going in. He went 6 for 17 the other night for last night. So I don't know. It shit just not going in.
The jump shot will drop eventually, but
It's gonna drop a bit. I mean, surely. I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess the question is, Klay. Would you guys? I don't know. I don't think he's finished. I don't believe in the word finished.
what
but
would you say was the second largest pillar of Klay's game?
Defense.
Defense.
Yeah.
Where's his defense at? It's gone. He can't run after brothers like that. He can't catch up to people like that. He can't stand his ground like that. It's just
People just
half his game gone.
and they
So-
talking smack to him too.
Warriors got an issue.
Mhm.
I disagree with Cam's position that Wiggins and Paul on overpay.
Yeah.
For what they did and what they produced, some people earned more than them. Tyler Hero, for example, and there's a few other examples out in the league.
Yeah.
They're both, or definitely Paul's underperforming now, but when he's starting, he's averaging 29 points a game. When he's on the bench, it's something ridiculously low, less than 10 points a game. So the question is it time to start Paul over Klay? Like, he's the future.
I think so.
I think the time will come if Klay continues. I think 10 more games like this, it
You're gonna have
justifies
to.
it. But, will Klay then suffer what Westbrook seemed to have suffered with early on in the season
Yeah.
in accepting that role? He's accepting it now and he's flourishing. Shout out
Yeah.
to Westbrook.
Yeah.
But, right now they're 0-8 in their last 8 road games, which is the worst record for defending champs since the last time, since Cameron was pooing his pants when the Bulls won their last chip. So,
Peed my pants last
and I think what happened, and I think what happened after that season is everyone left. So, Steph's window is closing. There's no doubt about that. Do the Warriors act now and try and sort something out as an emergency, or did they stick it out and hope for the best? But it's weird. I
It's
didn't
weird.
expect
It's
it.
weird.
It's
It's weird.
strange.
I do think you bench Klay. I just want to see it. I want to see if that helps them.
I don't see that happening.
But do the Warriors stay down? Like, I mean, do you not see them coming? I mean,
Like,
I've changed my opinion. Like before, I think I started season I had Warriors winning the chip. Now I'm thinking
other than Steph, they've got a lot of. I mean, they've got Wiseman out in the G
in
League.
the G League.
He was literally set up to be.
Safe to call him a bust?
Nah.
Too early?
He's such a talented player. I'm so confused about
It
that.
might just be I think it's just their system because I watched. There was a lot of breakdown where he wanted it in the post and Steph just wasn't giving that shit up. Steph was throwing that shit up. So I think it's just the system. On another team, I do think he does way better than he was with them.
I agree with that as well. But yeah, it's weird. It's a very weird situation. This time next week, they could be in a 4-game winning streak. We don't know. But other than Steph, I feel like the rest of the team defensively and offensively aren't giving him what he needs. But, you know, when it's Steph, it's give him help, even though you're paying the most luxury tax in the league.
Yep.
When it's KD, it's stop moaning. When it's LeBron, you're washed. But all three of these legends are in similar positions. But we do view them differently. Or the old media do.
Klay finished?
I think his time as a superstar is finished.
That was finished a long time ago.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
And I think he's going to be that kind of fringe all-star kind of player going forward, which is not a bad place to be. He's had a good career. He's got like 4 chips.
Fringe all-star. How many?
I see him averaging like 18, 19 going forward.
How many points does Josh Hart average?
I think it averages like 12 and
15, 12?
Yeah, it's around there, around that ballpark.
I think there's like a lot of shooting guards better than Klay right now to call him a fringe all-star.
Is CJ McCollum better than Klay right now? And he's having a bit of a
yes, of course
down season.
Yeah,
so CJ is better than Klay.
Right now, yeah. I'd take
he
CJ
is.
over Klay Thompson right now.
But does CJ get an all-star spot in the West right now? He doesn't.
Klay got an all-star spot when he was injured because the Warriors fans were being Warriors fans.
Yeah, this is also very true.
So
this is also
that's the Warriors talking time. I mean, we did mention KD.
Josh Hart's averaging 8 points, by the way. So
my bad.
We was off.
That's pretty ass.
My bad. But he's averaging like the most rebounds for guards. So shout out to Josh Hart.
That's He's got the boards, baby.
Who's got my fantasy? Quickly.
Josh Hart. I don't think anyone's got him on fantasy.
I don't know. Bex got him.
Bex has got Josh Hart on his fantasy team.
Yeah.
Damn.
Borders and steals. Anyway, we briefly mentioned KD.
Yep, he's definitely talking in town this week. Yeah. Talk about the Nets. Talk about the Nets.
You expect me to play with Royce O'Neal and
I'll read the quote.
Claxton and you want us to win just because I'm out there?
What did he say? He said in a recent interview, he said, "Look at our starting lineup: Edmund Sumner, Royce O'Neal, Joe Harris, Nick Claxton, and me. It's not disrespect, but what are you expecting from that group?" Durant asked. "You expect us to win because I'm out there? So if you're watching from that lens, you're expecting us to play well because number 7 is out there."
Hey, before we get into it, if all goes bust, you got a career as a voice actor, bro. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That's an interesting quote, man.
That's an interesting quote.
He ain't lying.
Listen,
but he did disrespect his teammates.
He disrespected his teammates. He isn't lying. He got to hold that though. Like he got to hold that. What did he? That's your team, bro. You have to go. You figure it out. LeBron would have. Then maybe a few years ago, maybe not today.
Yeah, not today. Maybe
Not today.
And similar to Steph, I think they have the same record right now.
Listen, all of our guys, our legends are
stumbling. Or the teams are stumbling.
It's the new NBA.
No, because KD's
NBA.
averaging 30 points a game.
True.
Steph is averaging 30 points a game. LeBron's averaging 25 or some shit.
But, yeah.
And the Brooklyn Nets are also the third most expensive payroll. The Golden State are the most expensive payroll. We need help, or is it, what are we drawing in the line, man?
I just think, the times have changed, man. You gotta go to each court with armed. You gotta have a team. You gotta have a team. You got those days. Those days are gone.
LeBron and Ilgauskas.
Yeah. LeBron and the boys, KD and the guys, Steph and the team. It's done. You gotta have someone and someone and someone against some. You feel me?
You're gonna have the deepest team in the league.
You gotta be like the Celtics. You gotta be like the Celtics. On Thursday, you have to play a hungry Magic team with Suggs and Paolo and them, man. Next day, you gotta play the Pelicans with Zion and them, man. Like all of these teams have them, man.
Yeah, no one has no man no more.
You know what I'm saying?
No one has Kid Gilchrist leading their team.
Yeah, there's
anymore.
no like
analytics.
You feel me? You have to have them, man. Now
the team is full of hoopers.
We have AD and Bron, and like at the beginning of the season, I said we'll be fine because we have AD and Bron. I can't say that no more. I changed my mind. That take is out the window now. because you got to travel to them man and them man.
It's true.
I mean, you can't relate because you haven't really got them man either. But you know what I'm saying?
You
have
got
to
you
face
got
them
you
man.
got those guys.
Yeah, you got those guys. You haven't got them man.
Swiftly moving on.
Utah's
fall from grace. That hot start is not looking so sweet.
Yeah,
I won't call it a fall from grace.
I wouldn't call it a fall from grace. I just think you can't win them all.
Look, we've seen hot streaks and hot starts before, but eventually things will balance out. Last week, when you weren't here, I said to Nick that the Utah Jazz, a little bit aggressive because they went on to win like 3-4 games after I made this statement. But I said the Utah Jazz do not break 27 wins.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's
crazy.
That's insane.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
Yeah, very disrespectful.
But we're gonna hold that. I'm gonna hold that.
Yeah.
Because I have
you
to.
speak French
Why?
now.
27 wins. You wouldn't.
I said that because sometimes on this pod we say stuff.
Nah, some of us have good takes.
Yeah. Some of us use logic.
You said that about the Lakers.
Some of us use
You're
sense.
an idiot.
I mean, you just said 20.
Russell Westbrook.
Westbrook. Yeah, you got the whole that one.
No, but I mean, I still used. That's still logical. That was a logical.
Get out of here, man. Everyone was looking at you like,
nah,
look at
allow
this
it,
guy.
man.
Yo,
But what's Westbrook doing now, though?
Listen, man, I'm swiftly moving on.
Utah are declining, but I think they'll be fine. For a team that was meant to be a tanking team and bottom of the league, they're playing good basketball. They got good players, so
I'd argue it'd be a better spot for them to tank.
Why would they tank?
But I think it's better for the team to tank. But as professional NBA players who are chasing the bag,
and you're doing,
these group of guys are going to play their hearts out every night.
Always.
Yeah.
Danny Ainge accidentally made a great team.
I love that headline.
He literally just accidentally
Shout
made
out
an
to Kelly Olynyk.
Shout out to Olynyk. Shout out to the boys.
That's my guy, Olynyk.
Stop
fucking with him.
Shout out to Embiid for dropping a crazy stat line.
Yeah, big up Embiid.
What was the line? It was like 50 some
58.
7 blocks.
Yeah.
Double-digit boards.
Yeah, it was a quadruple.
And it was like 9 assists.
Double,
or something.
yeah,
It was
No,
something
8
crazy.
assists and maybe 7 blocks.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
It was
a
mad.
near quadruple.
And he was
Christ.
efficient as well. Yeah, Joel Embiid, man.
But the Sixers as a team aren't looking threatening.
James Harden.
That-
What a cliff that was, huh?
Yeah, they're hanging in there though. They're fighting. You know, can't definitely need more.
But
Definitely more.
yeah, looking at years past, decades past, it wasn't common for players to be mega productive well into their 30s. And I think we're now seeing, we had a period of ultra productive players in their kind of mid to late 30s. And now I think we're seeing a little bit of a regression into normality in terms of seeing our heroes are falling from grace.
Our heroes are falling from grace.
I'd agree.
Because of their circumstances, though, not necessarily because of them.
I don't know about that. What circumstances do the
Individual.
Lakers have?
Like, if LeBron had a bit more around him,
LeBron's a million years old.
would
I'll give
look-
him that.
He's still dropping 25.
and he's
plus
still
per
doing
game.
this
Still
thing.
is.
If we just had a bit more to support him with, I think it would be a different case. I think it would be more of a better, I wouldn't say farewell tour, but that type of tour. You feel me? But now it's like, damn, I don't know what's going on.
I mean, talk of the town wise, Cleveland.
They ain't doing well.
They're still
they're
above
like-
500, so they don't stink like certain
They lost
people.
their like last 4, last 5, last 4,
Yeah,
last
they've
6.
lost, at least last 3 or 4 games.
Yeah.
Gone from the second best defense in the league to the worst defense in the league.
Remember when who said it? Who was it?
I said the Cleveland hadn't played anyone yet.
No, but you said as well you got Cleveland beating the Raptors if they were to come against each other in the playoffs. Do you still believe that?
It's not as black and white. Do I still believe that?
I mean, answer the question, motherfucker.
I'm thinking.
Right.
I'll come back to you.
I want a question now. I want to answer
I
now.
still think Cavs will take Raptors in. You know what? No, I don't. I think Raptors will beat Cleveland in the series. I'm doing a U-turn on that.
Nice, appreciate it. That's what I wanted.
I still have Cavs.
What?
Still got Cavs.
A healthy Cavs team.
I
yeah.
think the length will bother them.
Raptors will cook them, man. Fry them, saute them, flambe them.
Raptors are a very good team, but they got Darius and Donovan and Jarrett.
You don't think they're looking that shit up?
They'll do well.
Eh?
Well, the Raptors don't have much offense apart from Siakam, in my opinion. They got decent players.
I was gonna say, two two things that those teams have in common. Both have players that have not necessarily progressed as much as we would have liked in Scotty Barnes and Evan Mobley.
Certain man called Scotty Barnes, like the next Magic or something.
They said a lot. They said a lot.
Who said that? You said that.
There's only one person
I
I
said
got to say that.
Fam, your takes.
No, it was Ralph.
Oh, okay. So when you
Babe.
said there's only one person, I was like, there really is only one person.
Damn, your reputation for takes is through the window. No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
OG's better than Scotty in my opinion, and Mobley isn't that guy that right now anyway. Only 15 games of the season, so
Yeah.
I think is OG taking the torch away from Scotty? I think very
it's
much
still
so this season.
Siakam's team anyway.
It's still Siakam's team. That man got to figure it out. It's hard to have two the same similar type players. Man.
Time to trade Spicy P.
Nah.
Get an upgrade.
Nah. Upgrade.
DeMar back to Toronto.
Damn, you I ain't gonna say.
I'll take Freddie.
I ain't gonna say. I guess the last notable mentions on what's hot and what's in the news. Memphis being Memphis, Desmond out.
Yeah.
Ja candidate for MVP.
Yeah.
Still confident in how good they are.
Grizzlies, yeah, they'll be fine. They'll be in the playoffs. They're gonna be they're like the Terminators. You know, I'm looking for them to exterminate one of the top teams in the West.
So
that's why I look at
on the
Grizzlies.
topic of Grizzlies, Chuckster said John Morant doesn't make his teammates better. Thoughts?
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's cap.
But the way Chuck said it in the right way, and I'm inclined to agree with him. Ja has fantastic teammates.
Yeah.
His teammates are great basketball players. They can win games without him. Him being on the floor is good for the team.
Yeah.
But doesn't necessarily make the other guys better. It makes the team better because of what he does. But it's not like LeBron making Tristan Thompson a 100 mil player.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ja doesn't make Desmond Bain
Agreed.
an all-star. Desmond May makes him all-star.
Yeah.
Ja doesn't make Jaren Jackson all-star. Jaren Jackson's an all-star. He's a great player.
Jaren Jackson's also.
Fine. He's an all-star level player.
Could be an all-star. Could be.
Ja doesn't make those guys better. He makes the teams better.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's a bad thing to say. He's not like a LeBron type player that makes everyone around him play better. He's just a really good player. And I don't think that's too bad.
I flip it and say he might not, run the plays to put, his teammates in the best position, but his energy and his aggressiveness, just when you watch him play, I think his players feed off that. And I think they respond and they reflect that, do that in their own way. So I think in that aspect, he makes them better. So that was my only point on that.
I don't think his game is too disruptive.
It's not.
That's making them worse.
I think it does.
But when you see them dance and all of that shit, when you see him in front of the camera and all of that shit and doing the gritty and all of that, that we was talking about. What was he talking about? That like dark kind of hip hop type mentality, the Grizzlies. For me, I bet that's all from Ja, and I think they all kind of bounced off
that culture.
That's the energy, that culture, that energy is from Ja.
That steal off the inbounds the other
That
night,
shit
where
was
he leapt
crazy.
into the air and
That
just
shit was
darted down,
looking the other way, and the man said, hey.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's fire.
Wild noise, Sasuke.
But interestingly, there's a stat of like Ja is like maybe like he's below 500 in games where he doesn't play with Bane, and Bane is like 24-9 without Ja.
Yeah.
So it's like they're good players, but
Yeah.
he's not making everyone else
Yeah.
better. That's my thing.
It's I have to completely agree with
Yeah.
everything you just said.
Numbers
But
are bad.
it's the way his headline is gonna look like a
Like
a negative comment towards Ja, but
Nah,
I don't think so.
Anything else in the talk of the town? Oh, big up SGA.
Yeah,
big up
what's that?
OKC.
Yeah.
Is it the
Fun team, man.
first guard to average 30 plus on 50% shooting
Fam, he's going off.
Yeah, he's
since
That's a hooper.
since
since MJ.
That's a
Since MJ.
hooper. Is this the last year of his contract? I need to figure it out. 'Cause
I know
think
the
it's the
Raptors. I know the
first year of
Raptors are
his-
Yeah,
Didn't
I
they
said the
extend him?
Raptors. Well, I know the Raptors won him, innit?
Didn't they max him?
I don't think they did.
I don't know.
You sure?
I'm
I
not
thought he
sure.
got an extension this year.
You tell us by the end of the episode.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? But
But
I just,
other than that, I ain't got no. I mean, Kyrie will be back hopefully.
Kyrie back. Kyrie's questionable.
Yeah.
Kawhi, is questionable.
He signed a 5-year, $180 million contract.
Alright, so we're talking
He's staying
trades
in
then.
OKC.
Well, we're talking trades.
He ain't
then.
going nowhere. He ain't going
what if he
nowhere.
requests for a trade?
Because Sam Presti has an army of picks behind him, as well as young players. Now is the time to start tooling around it. SGA. Watch next free agency. Watch the space.
I don't know who goes to Oklahoma.
Don't matter. Whoever with that many picks, it becomes the decision of the GMs, not the decision of the players.
Speaking of, quickly, one of the worst trades in NBA history could be Paul George
Yes.
for everything.
It is
For everything.
For everything. I'm gonna find it. Bear
It
with
is.
me.
It is the world.
But that
it is
trade
the
didn't
worst
just
trade.
get you Paul George.
It got you Kawhi Leonard.
It got you Kawhi Leonard.
And
But it got OKC.
everything. And where has that trade got to the Clippers?
Well, sometimes you roll the dice, and Kawhi Leonard's injury luck is
It's still
in the stars.
game's the game.
Game is the game, but you
Game's the
can't
game.
say it was a de facto poor trade.
But
It's
no, just
in hindsight.
No, no,
Yeah,
yeah.
just
It's a
on
poor trade
what
because of
was
what's-
gained and what was lost.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's,
Fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
so Paul George for SGA, Gallinari, the Clippers 2022 first round pick, their 2024 first round pick, their 2026 first round pick, Miami's first round pick, Miami's 2021, Miami's 2023 first round pick, which is lottery projected, and 2 more of the Clippers first round picks.
Cash.
For Paul George.
Is SGA better than Paul George this season?
I'd
This
rather have it,
season,
but
yeah. As
Are you
as
sure?
an overall NBA
Yes.
player, I think Paul George is one of the best in the league. So that's tough for
But
me
this
to
season,
say.
he's playing better than Paul George.
Yeah, right now
Playing
he's
better than Paul
he's
George.
averaging like 30 plus a game,
Simple as
shooting more than 50%. We can't argue that. You think he's better?
I think it's not that. I think it's close.
Can I ask you a question? Do you have either of the two on fantasy?
I have PG on fantasy.
There we go.
No. I think it's SGA. The reason I wouldn't give a definitive answer as to SGA having overtaken Paul George as a better player is because we still are operating on a sample size this season of about 14, 15 games.
Yeah.
Like, give me a season of it and we'll have the conversation. But so far, we can definitely say that SGA has been
Playing better.
playing.
That's the same thing I'm saying. Like, he's playing better, but I don't think he might be a better player.
Fine.
So I think PG is ridiculous.
Fine.
But that's my talk of the news. I ain't got anything
Yeah,
else.
I think that's definitely the most exciting stuff. If anything else, it
What
just wasn't exciting enough.
did Ime Udoka make a difference last year?
Of course he did.
Well,
I
this
don't
the
know.
whole thing. When Shaq,
I
when
would argue you're doing a lot better,
yeah,
and you don't have Robert Williams.
I'll give you my opinion on that. Ime's done, well, I'm not there yet, but Ime has set us up the similar way to Mark Jackson set up the Warriors. Steve Kerr didn't come in and make the blueprint of the best backcourt in the league with Draymond and Klay and Steph. He didn't build that. Mark Jackson built that. He just amplified it, which was already a good system, and made it into an even better team. We were playing the team didn't have to do more than they did last year. They're hungry. They just lost the finals. I don't think Joe has to do much. I think he's doing well for what he is,
Yeah,
but
he's doing fine.
I'm not going to say Ime did everything to put us here, and Joe's just amplifying it. So I think kudos to him. We got Joe. I'm happier. So
It sounded like he had an agenda behind it.
No agenda.
Good.
I want to give more flowers. More flowers to Jason Tatum.
We're on the flowers
We
section.
did it last season.
Let's give some flowers, man.
We've already been giving out flowers.
Yeah, you have been. Big up
we
Tatum.
did it last episode. We're gonna continue
Yeah,
doing it.
we're gonna be. Yeah,
Jason Tatum
I like that.
might just be the best player in the league.
Nick, can I hear it?
Huh?
Say it.
Say what?
I want to hear you say it.
Say what?
I want to hear you say.
I
No,
wanna
no,
hear
the
you say
best
it.
for
From
me.
the man that said Kyle Kuzma is better than Jason Tatum, and I want to hear you say JT
Oh wow!
is the best.
I use logic. Russell, what's the
No wait, but did you see Kuzma drop 36 the other day?
And don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do
I
it.
told
Don't
him
do
to
it.
play
Don't do
for
it.
me.
No,
Don't
but it
don't
might
double
be-
down. Don't double down.
He wants to double down, but then it might just be because of circumstances, though.
What's
You know,
that?
If you put Kuzma in the Celtics,
You're
Yeah,
a fish
no,
fish,
don't
bro. You're a
Don't
fish
double down.
fry.
Don't double down.
And he's sharing the court with JB. Come on. You gotta give the man his flowers.
I mean, no, yeah. Out of all of the three, yeah, Kuzma does unfortunately, he's he's on the tail. And sorry, the three being Kuzma, Ingram, and Tatum. That's something that's a debate we've kept going for years now. I still think Ingram's better than Tatum though.
That's insane. He's the favorite for the MVP right now.
Yeah, and if now this, I'm seriously though.
I
If
think he's
Ingram,
third.
seriously
Nah,
though,
he's first right now.
Whoa.
Seriously though,
Wait. I need to retract.
Retract what we say.
My statement, 100%. I just said Jason Tatum.
Yeah, I noticed I didn't agree with that.
Hell no.
He better than Luka.
I completely forgot about Luka and Giannis.
Yeah, I mean Giannis.
He's the favorite to win the MVP right now.
He's the third best player.
Look.
Because Luka and Giannis are better than JT. Unequivocally.
I think the Giannis is debatable because
JT
because JT
Wait, hold on.
now
Is Jokic better than JT?
Is Jokic in that for me? In
I think Jokic's got 2 MVPs.
Yeah.
We're talking about right now.
We're talking
man.
about right
He's the best player
now,
in the league
bro.
right
We're
now.
talking about right now, bro.
JT's the best player in the
And
league
for
right
me,
now.
it
I
goes
just did a full backtrack.
As a two-way player, JT's the best player.
JT top 5, man.
I'm gonna put Luka above him. However, because Luka is literally he's on a worse team, and he's some of the stuff he does is absolutely unthinkable. Tatum is efficient, which for me was his only come on, bro, seeing him efficient is a scary, spooky thing. So for that's why I'm putting him above Giannis for this season.
I ain't there yet. I'm going to say
big up Tatum,
JT
bro.
best small forward in the league.
Well,
Assuming Giannis
Tatum best small forward. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Giannis is
is power forward.
Yeah.
I'm taking Luka as a point guard.
Even if you put Giannis as small forward, I'll
JT,
give you that.
best
I'll
5.
put Tatum as number 1 small forward.
Top 5 in the league.
The
I'll
stat
put
makers, the odd makers have JT as the favorite for the MVP. He might decline, but right now he's playing the best basketball in the league.
I listen. I personally,
I don't know about that.
I want to just see somebody else have win the
Bucks
MVP.
got the same record as you.
I'm cool with that.
Chris Middleton ain't playing
Robert
I
Williams.
still think-
Robert Williams ain't playing.
for sure, but Robert Williams isn't an all-star, and Chris Middleton is.
When was the last time Chris Middleton was All-Star?
When was the last year? Year before.
Which one is it, brother?
Was Chris Middleton all-star?
I'm
last
pretty
year?
sure it was last year too.
I don't think Chris Middleton was all-star last year.
If he wasn't an All-Star last
He
year,
was All-Star in the last 3 years.
okay, but
Yeah, something
remember when
like
I just said something about an All-Star and Cam said about Jaren Jackson and Cam said, "Is he an All-Star?" He's proven to be an All-Star level player, but he's not an All-Star right now.
Yeah,
Robert
what would that-
Williams is arguably the most important defensive piece in an NBA team right now, based on what he
If
did
Chris
last
Middleton
season.
was playing last year, you guys would have not made the finals.
It's
Prove
facts.
It's facts.
It's facts.
It's not facts
It's facts.
because you can't prove it.
Bro,
It's
the
a
biggest
factual
the
opinion.
biggest Celtics fan in the known media universe, Simmons, said the same thing. He said,
But
if
okay, I accept that. Can you prove it though?
I can prove that he said that.
Three-
I can prove that the biggest Celtics fan in the media space said that also.
The year when we took Brown 7 games, and we had Terry Rozier as our starting guard, and sophomore JT and JB. Ask me who we cooked.
Who could?
MVP level Giannis and Middleton. So I don't want to hear all that because we've done it before, and just because they were short-handed.
But that's singling out the play. I think the Bucks team now is a better team than there was them time there. So that's why I'm saying that.
And we're a better team than we were back then.
You are,
as
you
well,
are,
significantly.
you are.
That's also true.
You are.
So it's all speculation.
It's all
Is what I'm saying.
One speculation is stronger than the other, though.
It's not.
And it is.
It really isn't.
Listen, watch this fucking year, bro. I swear
You
to
guys,
you.
you guys said
If it's Bucks and Celtics, I'm betting heavy, bro.
What do you
Now
want,
we'll wait until it is. We'll wait until
You
it
wait
is.
till-
There's
no,
no
but
point
what-
betting now. We'll wait until it is. When it's Bucks versus Celtics, whatever round it is, I'm telling you, I'm outside, bro.
Alright, say
This
no
is,
more.
I'm telling
We're
you.
betting champagne this year, boys.
Ah, bruh, we're popping champs, bro.
Alright,
Dom
I'm not
Perignon,
gonna say anything. I'm gonna
Bottle
leave
of
it.
Dom.
bottle of Dom.
Bottle
bro.
Yes, keep going. More. Give me more.
Look at him.
Can we rent Bentleys?
We can't. the just the deposit down payments about
Is
$8
it?
grand. Yes.
Okay, what's we can rent Teslas though.
Yes.
We can rent a Tesla.
I wouldn't want to. We can still rent.
But
something
I just
more
want
fun.
to live lavish when the Bucks beat the Celtics. That's
Got
all
it.
I'm trying to say.
Just bottle of Dom
But it's
at
not
the
enough.
strip club.
Bruh.
What?
Try to get me in trouble.
Oh, my bad.
Try to get yourself in trouble.
Yeah, you try to get yourself in trouble.
She doesn't watch the pod.
Oh, is it?
We good.
It'll be one day. One day that
yeah.
shit.
episode.
No, if I clip this, or if I put this on TikTok.
We're going off into. I'm gonna use this as ammunition in a few months. But anyone else you're giving flowers to? Any team, any coach?
Yeah. I want to give flowers to. I want to give flowers to the Kings. We called this on the pod last time. We're like, the Kings are doing their thing, and they're gonna keep doing their thing. I got Kings making the playoffs.
150?
Not playing. 150 on the Nets, brother. 150, and it's not like I can't even single out one player. I think there was like 6-7 players in double digits.
Everyone's cooking.
And Murray got injured halfway or a quarter in the game. He didn't even finish it off properly. Big up the Kings.
Not worry about the Kings.
Big up Sabonis.
Shout out to them.
It's not really about running. It just it's just
Fox.
You know what I'm saying? Like big up
They're
the Kings,
they're playing better.
Who's better right now, Fox or Sexton?
Fox. It's fast. I'm not even gonna let anybody say Sexton.
It's Fox.
It's Fox.
Yeah, shout out to the Kings. Give them the flowers.
Sexton.
No, I didn't. Exactly. I'm just being. What's everyone's? Yeah. What's everyone's favorite word? Objective.
Yeah.
The
Congrats,
word,
man.
the word that only people like to use in certain situations.
Congrats. Some of us are more addicted than the
Nick
others.
doesn't like
man.
using words he can't spell.
I can spell it.
This ain't an episode of TNT, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't spell it. Russell.
Yeah, shout out to Kings.
Yeah, shout out to Kings. Yeah, that's my
Anyone
flowers.
else?
That's my flowers. That's what I like. Shout out to my AD and Russell, man.
Who else deserves crazy?
Why?
Who else deserves love? Who else deserves love?
Coach of the month, future coach of the month, Joe Mazzulla.
Next.
I'm put out there.
Alright, man.
We give Shai his flowers.
Big up him.
Steph is having a better season than his unanimous MVP season.
Yeah.
Suns are. I'm not giving the Suns a flower. I refuse to do that actually.
Yeah, man. Just.
Is there any faith left in Phoenix? Do we see them coming back, or do we just see them as a
Phoenix
team that's going to hang
fine.
around?
I think Phoenix is doing fine. They haven't got Chris Paul right now. I think Booker is always like he's doing his thing consistently, but he's just still under the radar. It's weird.
Would you trade Klay and Wiseman for DeAndre Ayton?
Klay and Wiseman? No, I wouldn't trade DeAndre Ayton personally.
As in, which team am I?
I don't know. Would you either side? Who would say no?
If I'm
The Suns,
the
I'm saying
Suns, I'm saying no.
I just put the phone down.
He's under contract there. Even if he's angry, you can be angry.
Ayton's
I'm not taking Wiseman and Klay for him.
Yeah.
We've got Booker already. What do I need?
Ayton's a good piece. It's a good solid piece.
What?
Does anyone deserve unflowers? I'm making that a new word.
Rotten flowers.
Rotten
Yeah.
flowers.
Does anyone deserve to be them to be taken away?
Taking away flowers? We gave flowers to
Underperformers.
We gave flowers to Utah last week. We can take them away.
So we can
That's crazy, man. They're still above 500, man. They don't stink like certain people.
I think they lost like their last 3 or something, last 3 or 4. So I guess we can take them away. But I still like them. I still think they're a fun team.
Ben Simmons.
We're gonna take them away. We're gonna take them away.
Take them away. Yeah, let's talk about it.
How long have we been rolling for?
I don't know.
Yo, listen. It's Philly against the Nets in Philly on Tuesday.
Simmons about to drop 4 points.
Listen, I'm genuinely worried. Philly don't play, bro.
They're gonna spew him out the room.
They're going to let him have it, and it's not like he has. I hate to say this, but it's not like he can be like, alright. You know what I'm saying? Ben Simmons can't look at the crowd and say, alright, watch this.
He ain't LeBron returning to Cleveland.
You feel me?
When LeBron did that
Nothing's
magic
gonna.
performance.
Respectfully, I don't think anything's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he can back up the talk like
Agreed.
that. You feel me? I'm just genuinely worried about him. I think there is something wrong. Yeah, I mean, when you watch him play, I don't know. I guess it's easy to say be more aggressive, but I don't know why he isn't being more aggressive. I think he scored his first double-digit game for the first time since, I don't know, 2000 and whatever, which is something, but...
Is Ben Simmons pussy?
He's underperforming, and he deserves his flowers.
But
his all-star level flowers
is
to
he
be
a
taken.
coward?
How can we say that? We don't know.
Yeah.
It's such a
I
weird
wouldn't-
word to use.
It's not the right word to use. I think something is wrong. That's what I can say. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. It might just be because of the team he's at. It's not really like a developmental, they've had changes, the coaches, you got Kyrie out, you got this happening. So I don't think it's a team, he's on a team right now where he's like, he can flourish. I think there's a lot of pressure on him, which I just don't think he was ready for. And that's pretty much it. I think they're looking for, I don't know, we have to pull the plug on that soon. I think they're gonna blow that shit soon though.
I mean, what is there to blow up? You got KD.
You got Kyrie is a piece that
I think Ben is still something on the trade market though.
20 more games before it's depleted. So yeah, that's my take.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, sorry Ben.
Anyone else?
Unless you wanted to add anything else onto that.
Onto Ben. I mean, I've got a couple other people to take some flowers from.
Do it. Run it.
Run it.
Patrick Williams.
Patrick Williams. We're taking away Patrick Williams' flowers, but we might give it back to him. But we can take it away.
I mean,
why are we taking away Patrick Williams' flowers, Ken?
For the same reason.
How many Bulls games have you watched?
Should I give you the numbers?
Go on.
How many Celtics games have you watched?
At least 3.
4 games.
I haven't seen 4. You've seen 4?
No, 4 games.
You've seen more than I have. Go on.
Anyway.
All he had to do was beat me by 1. By the way.
There's no, I said 4 games. Have you watched 3 full games?
4 games. Yeah, man. Condensed highlights.
I don't believe. See, anyway, Patrick Williams was projected to be a really good producer for the Bulls. Cameron's reason why they were crap last year.
That was not my reason.
That was one of your reasons.
That wasn't my reason.
I'm pulling people up.
Ken is sick for this.
So and for the same reason.
But just don't give false statements. Go on.
I'm gonna give you numbers.
I said part of the reason.
I'm gonna give you numbers. For the same reason, we discredited Mobley slightly, not being what he was supposed to be.
Very much.
I think it's safe to say Patrick Williams the same thing.
Fair.
25 minutes per game, averaging 9 points, 3.7 rebounds, and 0.8 assists. For your projected future.
Hey, what's his per 36 numbers, man?
What? You tell me.
It's better than Marcus Smart's.
Do you want to bet? I'll bet your jersey for the next episode right now.
You just plugging
That's
shit
what I thought.
out.
See, look at that shit, man.
You just plugging shit out. Thin air. Thin air.
It's better than Peyton Pritchard's. No.
Probably not is the answer to that.
Probably not.
He has not made the step we have hoped. However, we're gonna chalk it up to him being a little bit pussy. He's a little bit scaredy. He's not showing any ferocity. But let's see what happens with Patrick Williams. I'm still not counting him fully out. But yeah, go on. Who else are we taking flowers off of?
Trey.
Good one.
He's Trey Young.
Yeah, he's gotta be better.
He's in the same convo, or supposedly same convo as like the JTs, the Lucas.
But he's averaging 28 and 9.5 assists.
Not very
2.5 threes.
Not very efficiently.
I think as a point guard though, I think if he wasn't point guard, I'd hear it. But as a point guard, as a leader,
what do you need?
Team,
numbers on everything. Number one.
He's giving you 28 points and 9.5 assists a game.
But why isn't the Hawks better?
Why isn't he Luka Magic?
Why aren't the Hawks better? Is my question.
Yeah, the Hawks should be better, and Trey should be better in my opinion. He should be shooting better.
I think the Hawks are better. I think the East got a lot better. I still think the Hawks are what 7 and
9 and 6.
9 and 6. 9 and 6 is good considering that the Hawks are, this time last season were hovering around 500. That means they're up.
The Hawks are up. I don't think Trey's up.
I think Trey is even Trey in keeping steady. I wouldn't say he's regressed. I would by no means call that regression.
That's just my opinion. I think he could be playing better.
But fine.
Jalen Suggs.
Yeah. In fact, the Magic backcourt as a whole.
Entire Rockets team.
Just by the way, and again, I wasn't making it up. I knew I wasn't making it up. Last year he was shooting 46% from the field. Trey. This year he's shooting 37% from the field. Could be playing better. That's what I said.
That's true.
Quick ones. We said Mobley. Christian Wood's supposed to be something special for the.
Expected big things for him being on that team.
I never did.
Really?
Never.
He was really good for the Rockets. In
bursts off the bench, sure.
Nah, he was starting for the Rockets last season.
RJ Barrett should be a better player in my opinion for what they've paid him. We said Scotty already.
Yeah.
So I think Scotty Barnes is a pretty disappointing one.
Yeah.
And those are my main ones.
That's the flower snatcher right there.
Flower snatcher, man.
You be snatching.
I'll be snatching.
You be snatching.
You covered off mines. I covered off mines. Anyone for you? You right?
We good?
Yeah. Players of the week. Let's get into players of the week. Finish off strong.
East and West.
Pick
one.
Pick one player of the week.
Jason Tatum.
Oh.
Luka Doncic for me.
Oh.
think Luka hit. Should you explain it quickly?
Patrick
Where
Wills.
he's-
I'm gonna give it to. Who am I gonna give it to? I didn't think about this. Player of the week. Fuck. You're gonna have to come back to me later.
Shai?
I'll give it to Shai.
Mm.
Actually, that's a extremely solid pick. Actually, I'm gonna give it to Joe. On account of his monster night, I'm gonna give the whole player of the week to Joe Embiid on for that one monster night.
It's fair enough.
He's had a solid week in total, but in that one monster game as well is something that we haven't seen for a while. So I'm gonna give it to Embiid.
Nice. College trade, got anyone in mind that you seen?
Sure.
You
Max
still on holiday,
Strus.
man.
You know, the good thing, especially when I stopped off in like Canada, was being able to watch matches
Nice.
At normal
not
times.
at like ridiculous
Yeah, that's the
times.
best thing about
Very good.
being in there.
Yeah, I can't lie. It's
Only
beautiful.
times
Like
I
7
watch
p.m.
matches.
Man, the game's
With a
on.
basket of
yeah.
chicken wings.
Mm.
Shout out to Riley's.
Shout out to Riley's.
Get it by the pound.
Get it by the pound. All right, man. Anything else you guys
Damn.
want to run through?
We
good?
covered a lot, man.
We covered a lot. Big up the YouTube audience. Subscribe, man. Share. Tell your friends. Tell your families. If you're listening on Spotify, big up you. Leave 5-star rating. Leave all of that. Apple Music, Amazon, whatever else we are. SoundCloud,
Yeah.
wherever else we are.
To the 75% of watchers who haven't subscribed yet,
Yeah.
please hit that subscribe
Damn,
button
is that the stat?
Yeah,
to
yeah,
keep-
yeah.
to
No,
keep-
no, no.
to
It's
keep
just something
up-
he's gonna keep
to
doing
keep up
every
with the
week.
latest and greatest in
Nice,
basketball
that's true.
news.
Yeah, we're looking at the analytics, man.
You want
Yeah,
basketball
yeah.
content every week?
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Peace and love, people. Naraku. Boop, 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 boop.
Peace.